warm welcome to Karlstad, Sweden, the city of the sun. And the city got its name from this woman in the statue that you see right here, Eva-Lisa Holtz. Such a sunny personality that Karlstad actually ended up taking its symbol from her. And of course, this is the World Mixed Doubles Curling Championship. Me and Sander Rølvåg is going to bring you the game between France and Australia from the D group. You see the standings here. Canada and China on top, and both are featured teams with 1 win, so looking to improve that record and try and climb to 3rd position in the group, of course, very important. Lineup for France: Romain Borini and Sandrine Morand, and team coach Alain Bligenstorfer.
And for Australia, we have a familiar face in Ian Plangio, together with Laurie Whedon, but they have no team coach. The rules of play for mixed doubles curling: 2 players, 1 male, 1 female, 6 stones per team, where 1 is pre-placed as the end starts. You have 8 ends of mixed doubles curling and 22 minutes of thinking time per team. You play either stones 1 and 5 or stones number 2, 3 and 4. And if you want, you can switch these positions between end, although we haven't seen teams switch it up too many times. Both players are allowed to sweep, and holding the broom is optional, so no skip at the head necessary. There's no takeouts until the 4th stone of each end. You can basically count up how many stones are in play. If there's 5 stones in play, now you're allowed to start hitting guards and stones in the house. 1 power play option per team per game, and that's something you can only use when you have last stone advantage. And I'm sure we'll get back to explaining what power play is when that is utilized by the teams. It might all seem a little confusing, but I'm sure it's fine for everyone to follow.
Yes, I believe we will be able to take you through it. Game's just about to start. France had a better last stone draw, so they will have hammer. They will also throw the red stones. And it is Laurie Whedon in the hack getting this game started. So one of the changes that we have seen in 2016 for mixed doubles is that the pre-play stone in the rings is no longer back button, but now back forefoot. What does this mean, Sander, strategy-wise?
Well, before, it was really only 1 call on the first shot, and that was to freeze the stone. But now we've seen teams faced with a couple of options. I see a lot of teams still going for the freeze, but if they do, they will allow their opponent to come down and play a freeze again and get shot stone. So some teams will put a top 4.
Yeah, and an early miss by Laurie Whedon. She crashed from the guard. So Sandrine from France. If she puts this perfect, it's maybe top 8, top 4 foot. This one just a little heavy, will come to the back of the tee line. And of course, mixed doubles is all about controlling the front of the rings. So even though there's 2 red counters already, it's not that much of a danger for Australia if they can play a good freeze.
You can get through there? On the edge, turn yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
So middle 12. I'll try to give you 75 to 80 split.
That's 90.
And this is Ian Palangio.
Line's okay.
It seems like it's all right.
Line's okay.
It's out. It's got to come
Line's
in.
fine. Line's
come
fine.
In. Come in.
He's played the mixed world mixed doubles before. And just probably going to try and qualify and get some points for Australia for the Olympics. But it's a really important game for both of these teams. Maybe fighting for that 3rd spot in the group.
Back, it probably would have been just behind.
Derrière le 6 pieds.
And here, Sandrine Morand. That would be the female.
Peut-être un peu moins.
Sorry about that. That's Romain Borini,
Oh, ouais.
male player for France. Good opportunity to sit three.
Juste la vitesse.
Il y a plus.
Juste la
Ça touche.
vitesse.
And gets a little rub and a roll. It's not a bad result.
Oh, rub and roll works out for Borini.
Ça va, on est là.
Sometimes a bit of luck always helps. Someone told me once, better to be lucky than good.
I'll have to think about
As
that.
in, better to be lucky and win than
Nice
to
little
be
spot
good
here.
and lose.
Yeah, we need a top house here.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure if I agreed myself, but there's always option Bs and Cs and Ds and Es.
A little less weight.
Yep, see if Ian Palangio can find option A, which is now
Where is it?
a really good freeze because France is sitting three and they do have the last stone.
Pull. It's got to bend a little.
We're good line. Wait a minute.
Oh, way heavy.
Heavy indeed. And that slips to the back of the 8th foot.
Sorry about that. That's my fault.
Leaving France with 3 counters.
The first one was a 90.
So that hurts.
Yeah, sorry. Just saw.
I think anywhere not deep here is good for France.
Il en manque un peu, je pense.
Juste la vitesse, hein. Juste la vitesse, hein.
Ok, c'est haut.
Je la vois vite, moi, alors.
Dolly.
Mais là, ça
Dolly.
va.
Dolly. On y va. Attire.
Je sais pas. Pas mal, là. Un petit peu plus courte, ça aurait été bien aussi.
And if it comes off this, it kind of catches it. You might be able to go like around and at the side, and maybe get 2 or 3 of them. So let's go with normal weight. Let's try that. Just off the corner on that one. So you need to hit
So
it
you
here.
have to get by the guard here, then you want to hit it on the high
Just,
side here.
just on the high side here.
Okay,
Probably
sorry.
3/4 of a rock to half a rock.
Right there?
Yep.
Okay.
Normal weight.
So playing this with normal Sandra, how many reds can they move?
I think for sure 3. Wasn't sure if they were trying to move that stone top 1 foot, but if you hit this this open red and run it right in the crotch of the 2 back reds, you might see them
Touch less.
spin out.
Normal?
And
Yep.
the first red
Okay.
might do a kind of a little round the house motion and then pop out left. He's only saying normal weight though, so see how much that is.
Stay close, stay close. Stay close, gotta come a little. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hits it perfect, actually, exactly what they were looking to do. And you'll see that first stone
So
kind of go through the house and spin out left.
I think
That
it
was
would've-
going out.
Yeah, it would have gone.
And it
It
bounced
would
off
be
the
out.
boards.
I don't know if it'd be out on the board.
Yeah.
So are
See
you
it again
agreeing
here.
to
So-
move the red out?
It was definitely
Perfect
coming out of the
execution by Ian
rings.
Palangio as
I'm
they're
not
having
sure if it
a
would have went out of the boards,
bit of a chat.
but out of the rings,
If that stone
definitely.
was going out or not.
That okay?
Bit of a flashback to Japan
better.
USA at the World Men's Curling Championship in Basel. Although this one was probably a lot more clear. It's probably going out of play too, but I don't think it's going to really matter if the stone's where it is.
Ok.
Pense qu'il y a assez. Il y a Dolly.
Ok. Plus large. Juste la vitesse.
Dolly.
Juste la vitesse.
Dolly. Plus.
So still France sitting 1, even though that was a really great shot by Ian Palangio. And they're now sitting 2. So I guess the questions for Australia, do you freeze the shot stone, try and force a single that way, or is there any possibility of getting at
Control
this?
weight.
Control.
Yep. What can you see about that?
A little more.
Okay. It'll come in really nice. Control weight. How's that ice?
Sorry.
How's the ice?
Think it's good.
Can't throw too much weight at this if they want to get to the inside. I don't think Laurie can see all of it.
It seemed like Ian Planjo was more concerned about just removing one of the reds here.
It's way out.
Could have played the out-turn freeze on the shot stone. That'd be make it really hard for France to score 2. This one really hanging out there. And will it move the red far enough to lie
Okay, Larry.
second shot? They will, but that second shot available for France.
Poor little guy.
Yeah, it's got it out.
Right.
Yeah, it is going to be fully in the open.
Halfway down, I thought they didn't have a chance of catching it, but it still came back quite nicely.
I thought the weight was actually up a little bit.
So we've already come to the final stone of the first end. And it's France with the opportunity to score as many as 3.
Large. On est large, on est large. Très large. Oh, 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 jamais, jamais, jamais. Jamais, jamais.
So just keeping it clean, maybe playing it a little safe. And they will score 2.
J'avais peur d'être serré et de prendre celle qu'on avait le point en fait.
And we are back, starting with the second end of this evening draw in Karlstad, the World Mixed Double Curling Championships. This year hosting 42 teams. And this is the game between France and Australia. France had a hit for 3 in the first end. Couldn't manage to stick the shooter and only got the deuce, but a multiple score, I guess, is always good. Would you agree, Sander?
Yeah, scoring 2, just like in the traditional curling format, is a good start to a curling game.
Line looks pretty good, just for weight. Looks heavy.
Yeah. Pardon?
Looks heavy.
No, we're good. Well,
Okay, it's got to bend a
Coming
bit.
in.
Got to bend a bit.
smidgen.
Okay, good shot.
So maybe a little heavy from Laurie Whedon, but it's not always bad when you have the last stone, because to spread things out, tap them back a little bit. France still not allowed the takeout, so
Okay.
They're going to play a draw, try and come on to the shot Yellowstone.
Ok, pour la ligne. Juste la vitesse, ouais, 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 ouais. Oui, oui.
Ok, Dolly.
Ça va ressortir de l'autre côté. Hein. Oui, oui. Oh, oh, oh.
Je sers.
Non, je suis alerte.
Okay.
There's about 2 inches between.
What's the better way to go?
There's 2 inches between them.
Okay. Let's come this way and see if we can release the back red a little. If we come to the nose of it, are we on the tee line or will it be behind?
Just
behind?
we'd be sitting on it.
Okay.
They're behind.
Just freeze, and if the weight's there, tap it along.
So just playing the freeze. Don't think tapping the back red would be a bad idea.
bit.
Still good to try and have some space.
Line's, it's out there, but it's got a bend. Here it
Okay,
comes.
I want to get on it.
Pull if you can. Okay, line's pretty good.
Okay.
Trying
Line's
to
pretty
get
good.
to
Yep.
nose of this.
Yep, hard. Okay.
Nice shot, Ian. Beautiful.
So a good draw. Australia sitting 2, but France will be allowed to hit now. But I think they're just going to draw yet another one on to this. Of course, just being in front of the tee line on the 2 yellows, that could be a troublesome stone for Australia to remove if they put this in a good spot.
Juste la vitesse. Ouais, ouais, ouais. Ouais, ouais.
Ok, Dolly.
Oui, oui. Oui, 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 toujours.
So it's just on top of there, and don't think it's going to be very easy to move it out of its position because it's pretty much buried as well. However,
So you
yellow
wanna hit this?
sitting
Where do you want to hit
Yeah,
this?
just
Like
At
on
least
the high
one.
side a little bit, just with kind of this kind of weight,
Okay.
just to rearrange them a little bit, because that's not going anywhere with that rock there.
Okay,
To release
so-
the back one. So probably
What
just
kind
there
of weight
with
are you
back
throwing?
height. Just back 8 foot weight.
Pretty
Back
good
eight, okay.
explanation from Ian Palangio there. Just kind of needing to move up their own stone there, the shot stone. So it's kind of doing more harm than good at the moment for Australia. I'm just going to shuffle things around a little bit, try and free up that red stone, top 4 foot.
Line looks a bit tight.
78.
Down for line. Could you go for weight?
I don't know. You want to tuck, don't you? Yeah. How's the line? You get it over?
Oh, oh.
Is it coming over?
No. Rats.
Wait, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, weight was fine.
So both players up to sweep this, and maybe with that, there's no one available to actually watch the
Not too
line,
bad. I thought I was going to
because
come in okay.
that one needed to curl.
Changes the angle of the roofings a bit.
And even though it's a lonely red, it's in a great position.
Comme ça?
Roman Barini plays out of the Megève Curling
Tiens
Club.
pour la ligne.
Megève, of course, a place with good curling
Juste la
traditions.
vitesse.
Ah, Dolly.
Hosted the
Pas dessus.
Dolly plus.
1971 Air Canada Silver
Ouais.
Broom Championship,
Ah ouais.
basically the World Curling Championship, and also hosted the first
Ok, ok, ok.
European Curling Championships in 1975. So Should be in the memory of good old curling fans. They don't have a dedicated curling club though. They have one sheet.
What's that?
We'll lose the shooter.
One very
Yeah, we're gonna hit half
cute
rock.
sheet indoors
Roll
next
it.
to the hockey rink.
Key thing is to move that one off.
They do have an ice scraper and everything.
The
so
normal weight. in
yeah,
there.
the ice conditions were apparently
But get
good,
by the scarf.
according to Barini himself.
That's good. It's really important to have good ice conditions to train on in preparations for championships like these.
Yeah, that one sheet in Megève also hosted the French national playdowns with about 6 teams. That was in October, and they won, of course. And now they're here.
Ian Palangio also here. He made a great triple in the first end. And I think he's going to need to get just as good the one here. And hit the outside of their own yellow to try and squirt the red one out to the side.
Okay.
And does a good job.
Yeah, well, Australia lying
Just
too.
got enough.
It's just a little unfortunate with where they're lying because they're just back of the button, and France has a stone that's just perfect to tap up.
Pousser, c'est peut-être plus facile, non? Je sais pas.
Mais en direct, moi je le sens mieux.
Bah, je
Plus
vais
que
en
d'habitude.
direct,
Faut prendre
là.
plus que d'habitude parce que sinon on va heurter celle-là.
Ok.
Comme tu le sens.
Ouais, bah allez, au lit.
Celle-là?
Ouais.
So they're taking quite a lot of ice for this. Are they just playing the straight draw?
Yeah, I think so. Just trying to play the out-turn draw into the pocket of the Ls. A perfect freeze here. It might be hard for Australia to even score.
Vitesse.
Oli,
It's very easy to overthrow this kind of draw, knowing that
Oli.
so all you're thinking is, I need to get there. You can't pull up short, and then sometimes you throw a little too heavy.
Plus large.
This one
Large. Ouais, ouais, ouais.
does look a bit pacey. We'll just tap that hailstone to the back of the floor, but surely a chance for Australia to get there too. Pretty much a draw themselves. You can come off that redstone, just thrown by France, but I think this is also a shot that's easy to overthrow, thinking, oh well, I can always bounce off the redstone, and then you throw it a little too much weight, and it doesn't curl enough, and you just catch the high side of the red and only score you one. But we'll see if Whedon has
Where is it?
what
7.
it takes.
Yeah. Last down of the
got
second
it.
end, and calling this 7, which would be T-line, and I guess that's where they want it. But they do need this to curl. How much are they going to get it to bend?
Curl.
And she's done
Good
a
shot,
really,
right?
really great job.
yellow?
So 2 yellow for
Good shot.
Australia, and we will have a tied game. 2-2 after 2.
Oh, it's hard yak out here.
Great draw for Laurie Whedon just a couple of minutes ago. And here she is again, this time, of course, with the come around. Ideal just in front of the tee line, top forefoot, top of the button. And while we see this come down, do you want to update us on the other sheets, Sander?
I sure will. On sheet alpha, we have Finland, Korea. They are tied up after 2 ends of play, 1 each. Ireland leads 3-0 over Serbia. We have Lithuania taking on Slovenia. They also leading 3-0.
Good mixed doubles ends.
And Sweden leading 3-0 over Germany. So three's a charm, I guess, so far.
It looks like it.
Plus.
Jamais, jamais.
As this being called Hull Plus, and I do think it's slightly heavy, actually going to go all the way through. Which is now a great opportunity for Australia. It's a dream, I guess, in mixed doubles when you can just draw to the top forefoot while you're sitting one.
Yep, certainly looks pretty nice. And it's a great chance to put some pressure on France early on. Played with the World Curling Federation Vice President Hugh Milliken for a number of years. Ian Plangio.
Way out, eh?
Yeah.
Has quite
Mine aren't curling there
some
of course I'm throwing them really heavy.
international games to his resume. Actually, 196. 135 of those coming through the Pacific and Pacific Asia Curling Championships, but has also represented Australia 4 times at the World Men's.
Yeah, I thought I threw it kind of what I needed, but still positive. I got it in my hand, I thought it was pretty good. I'm halfway down.
And I guess both teams still adjusting to the speed of the ice, because that one from Ian Palangio was also a little heavy. Didn't manage to take advantage when it was given to them. And it's now back to France. Try and find that perfect draw. That's not going to be too deep.
Well, that ice quickens up. That's not a new thing, but I'm surprised if the ice is getting a lot quicker than the previous end, because both teams are out there. They have 13 minutes of practice each. They're throwing a lot of draws. I know they're throwing everywhere, but to play the last stone draw to get the hammer, they're throwing a lot of draws down the same path. And a couple of ends of mixed doubles curling too down those paths. I can't really see it being that much quicker in the third, but I might be wrong.
Maybe it's just a little downhill.
Just give it to me, I'll soup it in.
Okay, deal.
I think some wise words from Laurie Whedon. She just said, give it to me, I will sweep it in. Just remember that you have a sweeper.
I don't know.
Short will be better than long, so...
To the back one, I think. It is.
Well, I'm getting about a unofficial 14.3 hog to hog, so
that's not a bad plan B.
Ice is pretty quick, I have to say. Probably about 15 seconds hog to hog to get to the tee line.
Throw them less and less, I think. They go to the same spot.
I got 4 6. So I thought I actually missed
I guess it might be just getting quicker down this path, eh?
Yeah, I know the Swedish team were saying that it was quicker earlier today than it has been in previous game. This is the French coach, Alain Bligenstorfer. Lives in Switzerland.
And Neuchâtel, which basically means Newcastle, in the French part of Switzerland. And they played together and against each other for about 10 years. They've known each other, so when asked to come as a coach, he was quite happy to do so. And neither team seeming to find a job the draw weight down the outturn here.
They're finding really good draw weight to the back 4 and 8 foot, I would say. I just need to pull the brakes a little bit.
So it's pretty much the first team to get top tee line here.
Do you want me to get a time on this as well?
Sure.
That's got more.
Felt like something was under it.
397.
So I think this will be the 6th
Yeah,
attempt to throw a guard.
Throwing.
No,
Yeah,
just
something
throw a
felt like
draw
something was
in front of the tee line.
Well, you might need to think
Whether or
that
not
you're
it was
throwing a
that
guard
wrong.
to get there.
Yeah,
Whoa.
and I'm sorry to say that they have now thrown a guard.
Well, you heard Ian Palangio saying, I think there's something under it as
Yeah.
he's letting
Just
go.
during the slide, it felt like it was pulling.
That could
Yeah,
very
that I just threw it
possibly
terribly.
be it, because he's been
Well, I got a
it's
97.
been close. So
Je vais les prendre de ce côté.
don't think he really was gonna take that much off.
Yeah,
Still, sorry.
it doesn't take much for a stone to start kind of pulling a little bit when you're sliding. Just a piece of hair or just any debris, piece of rubber from the shoes, the gripper. Sometimes just might just throw you off a little bit when that happens.
What?
We're playing the inter now. We'll see if it's
Oui,
any
pour la
different.
ligne. Oui,
Although I didn't get to clocking.
oui, oui, toujours. Oh,
But it might just be a little bit slower down here. I don't think the weight was too bad. Just ends up over curling, crashing on the guards.
je vois pas si on
Not
est
turning
là,
out to be the best end of curling here.
peut-être qu'on est en retard, peut-être.
No, and we're down to
À la place de faire le
2.
So, above or in?
Laurie
No, no,
Whedon's
no. Top button, tolerance is here.
final stone
Okay.
for Australia.
Take
France
lots of ice.
got one more to come. But if she can now find the draw weight here and put one top button, they might steal.
Mine looks pretty good.
Yeah,
Got to bend a bit.
it's there. I'm not gonna get on it.
Where is it?
It's back, like.
Oh, I'm getting like 13-4 on this one. It could be through the house.
Okay.
Well, not too bad there. Does lie two. Maybe hard
okay.
for France to score more than one here.
I think of what you said. It's like not within tolerance.
Well,
I'm like, it's not tolerant.
actually,
Yeah,
what I
I'd
really
say
would
maybe
love to
more
happen is to come
impossible.
in off the inside and move it about an inch.
To score two?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think France is gonna need to go for one.
Il faudra faire comme ça si on voulait mettre bleu. Ça me semble compliqué.
Ouais. Oh, il y a comme ça alors. Parce que
Unless
c'est
I
plus
think
facile.
they're looking at
Comme ça?
maybe
On connaît mieux cette ligne-là.
running the corner
On connaît mieux
guard
cette ligne.
Ah, mais là, t'as vu comme il faut.
or trying to come in with a
Ça
draw.
coupe à la fin. Si t'as la bonne vitesse, c'est bon. Là t'as plus de marge sur la vitesse. Là, un peu moins.
Ouais, comme ça.
Ouais.
Well, we talked about Ian Palangio having played a few World Championships. And I can tell you that Sandrine Moran here has played one herself. Played lead at the 2000 World Women's Curling Championship in Glasgow.
Ready?
Vitesse.
Yep, and she is now playing the last stone of the third end. think this one both heavy and wide as well. It's just going to touch that yellow one in, but Australia was already sitting 2.
Yeah, 2. Okay.
And it will be a steal of 2 for Australia. All of a sudden then, moving ahead to a 4-2 lead. And we will shortly be back with end number 4.
Against you. They're trying to give us hammer or extra points.
Thank you.
It's hot.
Okay.
So after that third end, we saw some draws come deep.
Here it comes.
And I'm guessing it's hot
Yeah, we're still
will
back
mean
4,
something
back
like
8.
that
Okay.
too.
Good shot.
Joli.
Devant encore vite. Ok,
Joli.
ligne. La ligne est bonne.
Along with that one World Championship appearance,
Joli moi.
Ouais, ouais.
Moran has played 10 European curling championships for France, so
Écart.
played a lot of games with the French flag on her shirt.
Do you think it makes a big difference having played in your country's color?
Yeah, I think so. It's just the thing of playing a championship with these kind of ice conditions, with all the umpires and pre-game practice, just all the whole package really. Having experienced that so many times, I think you're less nervous and you feel a lot more comfortable coming into an event like this.
Hey, we haven't had anything up the middle here, right?
It's a little... We need to go?
Yeah.
It's got a curl too.
Australia did also have a national championship for mixed doubles to get here. It was not hosted in Australia though. It was hosted in Naseby, New Zealand. As I believe there are no dedicated curling
not a bad
facilities in Australia at the moment.
Ok. Ok.
Normal.
Ouais, normal.
So Australia has actually come a little
Ah.
deep with this.
Ok.
Both players sweeping it all the way. Maybe again just
Ouais.
missing that
Ouais.
third person to look up and
Ouais.
have a look at the angles and the line. It's double available here for France. But they will over curl it. Just gets by the guard and still leaving a yellow shot stone. Australia need to think about this a little bit though, because France have 2 red stones, even though they're quite far out.
It's hanging around.
You gotta decide if you want to take the risk and protect your shot stone, draw another one in there, or if you need to get rid of one of France's stones.
More?
Not much. Little.
Hey, line's good. Make sure we're there.
We need to. Higher.
That's about it. Okay. And the other one was a bit deep,
Yeah.
but I was trying to go for launch, get it to bury a bit more.
So yeah, they got it to bury a bit more, but I think France can still make this double, and that would leave them sitting 3.
Sorry? Only already. Oh, nothing.
So just checking the handle here. Maybe some low batteries, and the umpire will
What?
have a look at the hog line instead to see that it's released on time. They will have a look at the batteries
Possible.
after this end. And this time won't make it past the guard. And actually crash, leaving 2 yellows on the forefoot.
Là, j'avais mis un peu plus quand même, mais ça sert.
Il me saoule avec sa pierre qui marche pas. Il vient me parler à chaque fois.
I'm going to throw the same line and put it top house in front of the one I just threw.
Okay.
Because he's got the double coming off that one, so let's cover that for now.
Plan is to cover the double.
Yeah, top 12. If it happens to come and freeze down the nose, it's not terrible. Top 12 is good.
Important thing is not to over curl this, I guess, but rather show
It's in the top
the
house.
top yellow one a little on the outside than on the inside.
We've swept all the others.
It's got a
not
curl.
coming.
It's got a curl too. Okay.
Nice.
Well, brings that one pretty deep. Thought the plan was to put this top 12 and take the double away.
On peut la prendre un
Yeah,
peu
they were
extérieure.
also talking about that they could come to nose and
Le carreau, peut-être que c'est pas mal.
freeze it, but they've now frozen it at an angle.
J'y vais en pile.
I think even if France just makes the double here, sits on the nose, they will have 3 reds in the rings.
Yeah, it just depends on where that top yellow goes. Might spin onto that back yellow. And the back yellow might go onto the back red. Depends a little bit on where he gets it. Big weight. And I gotta say, a little bit unlucky there. You have to keep the shooter around there, really. That was kind of key. Actually, he hit nose there. Might actually see all 3 yellows go and sit 3.
And quite lucky for Australia too, with the way the yellows spilled. They're actually sitting first and third shot, so it's a nose hit to sit 3. And that should quite effectively force France to
Yeah,
1.
if you can. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, the weight's
Hard,
down.
Rory, hard. Hard. All the way, hard. Hard, hard, hard. Go, go, go.
Well, didn't have the best of slides there.
Okay.
Laurie Whedon,
Having a hard slide.
bit of a stumble coming up the hack.
Not my best.
Yeah, it's not easy to make the shot after you come out a little unbalanced. To try and get yourself first into balance and then throw the shot, and you only have a couple of
Yeah,
seconds.
there's a bit of
I believe she was apologizing as she let go there.
and just.
Whedon.
I thought.
But with that mistake, it will be an opportunity for France now to tie the game. This is a nose hit for 2.
Ok. Oh, on est large. On est large. Ok, ligne. Ouais, ouais, ouais. Ouais, ouais. Ok, ok.
Yeah, too
Yeah.
right.
She makes it, so that will be 2 red, 2 points for France, and a tied game after 4 ends.
Tu partages le regard derrière.
We're gonna head into the
3, c'est dur.
halftime break, but before that, Sander is gonna give you an update on all the other games in the Löfbergs Arena. And just before the second half of the game, he's also gonna bring you the highlights.
Yeah, the score so far, we'll have Finland down by 1 against Korea, and it looks like Finland might have scored 1 or 2. Looks like 2. So that would be a 3-shots-to-2 lead for Finland, just unofficially. 7-0 for Ireland over Serbia. And it's 4-0 for Lithuania over Slovenia. And between Germany and Sweden, it's the Swedes up by 1, 3-shots-to-2. So the first end between France and Australia. It is a takeout at the back for France to score 3. This one will hang a bit high though. Catch the outside, roll out, but leaves France scoring 2. A good start for the French. As we move into the second end. Australia now with a chance to tie up the game with a draw for 2. It is Laurie Whedon. That will just curl off and come off that red stone. Nibble the 1 foot. Good enough for 2. Tied game after 2 ends. And in the third, it is a tough draw on the outturn to get shot stone, but will just catch it high. And Australia steals 2. Which brings us to the fourth end of play. Chance to redeem herself with a nose hit for 2 here. Sandrine Moran. And she will make it. So after 4 ends of play, it is a tied game.
And as promised, we are now back with the second half of this game between Australia and France. We are bringing you live coverage of the World Mixed Doubles Curling Championship in Karlstad, Sweden. The first of 2 World Championships where teams can collect points for the Olympics in 2018. So this has given us a record number of teams participating. 42 mixed doubles teams, and of course there's the seniors at the same time. 26 men's and 17 women's teams competing in the Karlstad's curling arena this week as well. So it's just a big curling party, this entire town.
Pretty much.
Ouais, pour la ligne. Ah ouais. Pour la
I think
ligne.
most teams
Ah
are
ouais.
going to bed quite early.
Oui, oui.
A lot of things on the line.
Yeah, and now 2 guards on the line.
Vous la voyez douce?
That coming
Ah non,
up
au début, j'avais très bien.
way short
deuxième
from
fois,
France. And here is that outturn path again. Had the players all confused 2
Where is it?
ends ago, but
6, 7, 6.
Close for
Laurie
line.
Whedon calling this
No,
6-7,
line.
which is
Yep,
exactly where we want it to be.
Hard line. Hard line. Yep. Okay, you're
Yeah,
right.
the number system, of course. Just splitting
Cut so much there, just being a bit conservative with it.
field of play
Great
between
job.
the hog line and the back
Perfect.
line into 10 zones, where 1, 2, and 3 are guards. 4 is top 12 foot, that red circle. And 7 would be that T line,
Perfect weight.
and 10 would be back of the red 12 foot. Some teams might even say
After you
11
draw, the Beckers,
for
you know, the ice
Through
tightened up a little bit in
weight.
the second half, so just keep an eye out.
I believe that was a system introduced by the Furby 4. Canadian curler Randy Furby and his team, his front end of Marcel Rock and Scott Pfeiffer.
Moi, je la vois douce.
Ah, je la vois douce.
Ouais, ouais, ouais.
It's good, makes sense. It's a little bit easier to
Oui, oui.
communicate
Oui, oui, toujours.
as a sweeper.
Ok, Dolly.
Elle est là.
So this is definitely shaping up like a traditional end of mixed doubles curling.
C'est mieux les longueurs.
The race to the button.
I'll take, yeah, that's right. I'll take a little bit less.
Okay. Just watch that guard, eh? It's poking out a little. I'll try and get a split for you.
Okay. I'll assume it's the same speed down here.
Okay.
If you can just move it an inch or 6 inches or a foot, that'd be great.
Okay. You can give it to me, I'll sweep it.
Okay.
Well, Ian Plangio doesn't sound very Australian, and that's because he's originally from Orangefield, Ontario, just outside Toronto.
71.
Positive in weight.
Yeah, 71.
Laurie Whedon
Yeah,
also
flying.
from
Yeah, flying.
Toronto, so
Hard line, Laurie.
he sounds
Go,
a bit
go,
more
go.
Canadian.
Hard.
Of course, if they are Canadian, that would happen easily. Or from the beginning, at least.
Holy. Okay.
So that's
got
a
a
really nice one by Ian.
Okay.
I think they were looking to tap, but this sure isn't
More
bad.
positive than that. Go. Okay.
2 yellows, just in front of the T line, very much in control of the T line.
T'es pas convaincu?
Si on fait... Non.
Non, il risque de la pousser sur la rouge.
Regarde.
Entrée de maison.
Ligne OK.
Assez garde.
Ouais, ouais, ouais.
I think France were looking for a setup shot, trying to get one open in the top 12 foot, but this one must have picked up something on the way, because it stops well short of the hog line.
Well, haven't seen too many pickups this week.
If you throw it out here, it sure does.
Seen one, I think, maybe.
Okay.
I'll take there.
The ice has been very clean.
Yeah, come down and sweep.
Been very good, very quick. Lots of curl. Very good job by head ice technician Jamie Barassa and his crew.
Yeah, they've been here working hard for a long time, as they always do. And I don't think you could ever produce an ice that's going to be completely free of picks.
Throw a hit at it.
As you said, Sander, it also depends on
Because
like,
draw weight's a bit
any
unknown.
little piece of fabric or material could come down onto the ice surface, and
control at it.
Want me to be down there?
if the stone passes over it, then
okay.
the pick will happen.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of debris on the ice before the players actually make it onto there. So it's usually the players that will bring
Close.
the debris
Whoa. Close.
from shoes or clothes and stuff like that.
Trying to slash the red shot stone out, and
Okay.
he's definitely upped his game, Ian Polangio.
I think that was easier
Nice shot.
doing it that way.
Yeah, good call. Came over nice.
Yeah. I was a little worried halfway down, but
it
he
hanging
finished it nice.
Is it hanging out?
Yeah, you can see about half on the
You
hack.
hit it beautifully.
It's Australia with the last stone advantage in the fifth end, and also sitting 3. It's shaping up pretty good for them. It's not really anything where France can play the hit and get rid of 1 or 2 yellows either, so they're left with trying to just draw one in here, just leave it perfectly frozen on the best yellow
Plus la
one.
vitesse, hein?
There is a
Plus la
pocket there,
vitesse. Ouais.
just need to find it.
Oh ouais. Plus la vitesse. Oh ouais.
Roman Barini was
Oh, ouais.
an alternate for France when they played the Olympic qualifying event in 2013 with the likes of Thomas Dufour and Tony Angeboost. I was able to come out for one game, but France did not qualify for the Sochi
I'll probably
Olympics.
bounce off this way.
As you see him make
just
an
board
absolute
weight.
beaut here. Perfect
So I
trees on the
threw
1
about-
foot.
Probably there with control, is my guess. Can you hold the broom on this one?
Yeah. So you're throwing, sorry, board.
Put
is
board weight, yeah.
So for board
it? Where
weight,
does it start to cut?
Ian's asking
It
for the
really
broom
moved from
rather
just
than
this side of
the
the hog
sweep,
line in.
which could be a good call. We've seen the hack and board weights a little overthrown. I don't think you can see much of this at all.
I guess it's just looking to catch a tiny piece and maybe just spin it out of the 4 foot.
Line's good. Where's the weight?
Board.
Yep. 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 Stay close. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Just a little bit of it.
Nope. Okay. We're good.
Oh, another great shot by
Okay, that works.
Ian Palangio.
That works.
Yeah, really modest, just saying
No, that's
that
okay.
works.
That's fine.
I just didn't want it to go.
Yeah, it's got to be, you got to hit it quite thin, so that's
Same pocket still available for France.
What?
It's not a really easy draw under pressure. Australia with last stone and sitting 2. So Sandrine needs to
Plus la vitesse.
repeat the perfect draw
Plus la
played
vitesse.
by Romain. Looks
Plus la
like
vitesse.
this one has a little more speed to it. And we'll go right by, so before the final shot of the end is even played, it is Australia already with a multiple score of 2.
Control weight hit.
Now they
Look at
just
the
need
heavy
to
draw.
decide
Okay.
what
Spack
they're going to
house.
do to score 4, because this red one is wide open.
How's that?
Palangio asking Laurie Whedon if she wants to play a board weight take or a heavy draw. She has elected for a heavy draw.
Weights up.
That will allow them a lot more control with the sweeping.
It's way out there.
Huh? Do you want to sweep it by?
It's by anyways.
Okay.
Yeah. That's board weight.
So couldn't really decide
2 yellow.
board weight or draw weight, and
Okay, Laurie. Just the weight was the difference. Line
Yeah.
was good.
you heard Ian right there. Just the weight was the difference. No score of 4, but a score of 2 for Australia.
Positive on the
So
weight.
they will move ahead to a 6-4 lead after 5 ends of play. We will be shortly back with end number 6. So 5 ends play, 3 to go. Sander, can you update us on the other sheets?
I would love to.
Line's a
It
bit
is
tight.
5
Yeah.
shots to 2
Yep.
for Sweden over Germany.
Weights
Lithuania
down.
leading the game 6 shots to
yeah,
3
for
over
line.
Slovenia.
Come to the nose of it. Yep.
It's a tied game between Finland and Korea
Yep.
after 5 ends of play at 3 each. And Ireland is dominating Serbia 8-0
Okay.
so far.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's a bit tight on it as well.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Oui. Donnez-moi.
Ouais, la ligne aussi, ouais. Ok. Vitesse, ok.
Oli.
Il y a trop.
Excuse-moi. On va pas aussi vite.
Vitesse un peu après. C'était un peu tard sur le move. T'en penses?
Oui, je t'ai vu faire.
We're not allowed to get left. Although I'd love to.
So Sandrine coming a little deep,
Do you want to freeze to
Yeah.
and Ian
Yeah,
wants
come
to
down.
play the
Tap it a little
freeze.
bit, as long as the line's
Is that what
right.
you would want to do as well?
Dirt on the ice, so just be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Play a freeze here. Really leaves France with some work to do. Really,
Okay.
not really easy to
Down
hit
to it.
any stones. Not
Right.
that they're even allowed to. So
Show us how it's done.
pretty much what you have to do at this point. I see Ian Plangio with a tiny lift. I like to call it a little teapot.
It's 81 on it. Lots of room.
Okay, there's lots of room. Just for weight. Just for weight.
Yeah, we've got lots. We're there and then some.
Just for weight. Oh.
Come on over.
Oh, disaster. It's not good.
Those 81.
That's the body oath.
Okay. I was trying to be maybe a
might
little
say in
positive,
Australia.
thinking I needed to move them, but
Disaster for Ian Pelangio. I believe it means it's the truth.
I see. Yeah, he did not want to come to the back 8 foot there because France has the last stone. We're playing the 6th end, and they have the opportunity to sit 3 in behind cover. Remember, Roman had that perfect freeze in the 5th end. Seems to have a good draw weight.
Plus la vitesse.
Ok, vitesse.
Plus la vitesse.
Joli plus. Épuisant.
So Ian now looking at the hit, but freeze is still there if they
problem
want to
is-
play it.
we can get rid of one of those two. Probably not both. No matter what we do here, this is going to go away.
Yeah.
I wonder if a nose hits better, and then we leave the shooter here. You might lose that one. Let's go control.
So you're thinking
Just control, wait, nose hit. I want to keep the
through
shooter
the
there.
hole?
Just keep the shooter there.
Through the hole.
There's probably no hole. The back red will go out.
Okay. Where do you want to hit it? On the nose?
Touch more.
Well, playing the takeout here.
Line's good.
It's just control.
Okay.
100% sure if they'll
Yep,
be able to
control.
get 2 reds
Yep.
going here.
Yep. Make
With
sure
that
you buy
Yellowstone
up
badge
hard. Whoa,
providing
whoa.
some backing.
Just want to make sure you buy. Sorry.
You jam. Let's see. 1 red will go.
Okay.
Does move the reds back of the house, but I don't know. I might
That's
have,
okay.
might have been tempted to play
Conservative.
the draw
We got
there.
by. We had to. We just rolled out too far.
Yeah, I agree, Sander. As long as the opponent's stones are behind the tee line, don't always have to worry about trying to get them out of the rings.
And now they've kind of spread the reds a little bit, so there's almost less of a pocket to draw onto, even if France comes up a bit heavy on the draw here. And that is definitely not what to do. Put this in behind the team. Got to make sure this is top 4. Even top 8 here would probably be better.
Attention.
We've seen a lot of draws come up a bit heavy in this game.
Oh ouais. Oui, oui.
Okay, 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 okay.
Comes nicely around the guard here.
Oh,
And this is just going to settle in top of the 1 foot. So pretty good draw.
C'est bien. C'est bien, bien.
So it's virtually the same shot I just threw.
You're going to throw the same way?
Yeah.
So where do you want to hit it? Like here?
Just a little bit low side. Just enough to roll it a couple of feet.
Right there?
Yeah, about there.
There?
Still opting
Touch
for
less.
the takeout.
Yeah.
I'd say a little bit scared, perhaps. Ian Pelanger here, not wanting to play the draw. I think on the previous one, I was definitely the call. Could still play a freeze on the redstone just thrown by France, and they'd be laying second. Could make a nice hit and roll here to last second shot back 4.
Where's
Just
the
control.
weight? Same?
Yep, same weight.
Lots of room. Got to come over. Not moving yet. Still on this side. We're going to be hitting and rolling this side. Whoa.
Okay.
Should have probably had you on it to roll.
No, that's fine there. Well, I had to curl that much more. It would have been
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
So France is gonna hit this back. Would you rather roll a little too far or not roll enough?
Start.
Probably roll too far.
Tu joues quoi là?
End up nose hitting here or something. We'll see Australia make the hit and roll back, and quite possibly be two line shots done too.
Start. Start.
Comme ça? Ok. Ouais. Ouais, ouais. Oh. Oh, juste la vitesse. Ouais. Ouais, ouais. Oui, oui, pour la ligne. Oui, oui. Oui, oui. Toujours, toujours, toujours.
Playing
toujours, toujours. Oui, oui.
less
Toujours,
weight,
toujours, 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 toujours.
gets a little more curl. And we'll just get that yellow one out to the 12-foot circle.
When I said I'd rather roll too far, I certainly didn't mean roll to fourth shot. It's quite important to make sure you're sitting 3.
So you need to communicate clearer.
Come here. That's going pretty wide though. Just come here. Piece of the 4.
Now the draw for Australia.
Yeah, this is. I think this is a good call. Just come and try and freeze the top red. Sit for second shot. Both teams have been struggling a little bit with draw weight, so leaving France with a draw to the 4-foot for 2, which would tie the game. Say that that's definitely an okay result.
Where's the weight?
Is it going around it? Oh. I touched that a bit. I'm not sure if I moved it. Okay. I thought we were going to go around it.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
corner freeze or come around. They've sort of ended up with something in between here.
Yeah, it certainly looks like a chance for France to play a tap here, score 3. Not sure how much you can see of that Yellowstone from the hack, but I think just enough to make it. It's a key shot right here. Down by 2, chance to score 3. Put France back in the lead.
Vitesse.
Joli plus.
Attention.
Calling this one tiny bit heavy, perhaps. And now sweeping for line.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Joli plus.
Oh. Jamais. Thank you.
And a really good shot by France to score 3, and well, after 6 cents of play, they will now be ahead of the game. Both teams just taking turns of being ahead on the scoreboard. It's a very close fought game here this evening. 2 more ends to go, and we're going to be right back with end number 7. And here's also a look at the time clocks. Both teams have 22 minutes of thinking time each, which gives 2 minutes and 45 seconds per end of an average. And we are also seeing Australia use their power play. Sander, would you be so kind to tell us more about power play?
Well, it's one of the new things for mixed doubles this season, which makes the game a lot more interesting, I think. And it's been something the players have really welcomed. And it's when you place that center guard away from the center line, and you actually end up with a corner guard. And the stone that's usually in the house back four is now moved directly in behind that corner guard, top of the tee line, which really favors the team with last stone. A good chance for them to put maybe 2 or 3 points up on the board. It keeps that center open, so sometimes you might even see teams use it defensively. Let's say it's a tied game in the 8th end, you use your power play, you keep that center open so you can score one. But not quite being able to use the corner guard here. France ended up crashing on the guard and actually leaving 2 corners for Australia to use and to come around, but that's just slipping just through the rings.
Not a good shot. Take it back.
Take it back.
Still having a good time though, even though that went through the rings.
Juste la vitesse.
And now Borini, if he can come around here, he can
Juste la vitesse.
now sit shot stone, just because there are now 2 corner guards.
Oui, oui.
You'd like to outcount the yellow. I think he's going to over curl. And it will still be yellow sitting shot.
Voilà, je l'ai dit.
Let's come here. Use the corner guards. So for
Can't
you,
pick that out later.
what's that?
They can't pick that out. Coming down.
Everything's really buried right now, so this one will have to be buried as well.
All right.
That's what I gave you.
Okay.
Let's try that.
Yeah, so might as well use the corner guards when you have them.
So we got to get around the red he just threw.
Remember,
That's the one we're
France still with their power play left,
So the guard
so
will be on that second red.
Okay.
I think Australia
Is it
would
gonna
maybe
need
would
one
like
more
to score as many
going
as
to the
3 here
Might.
to have a 2-point lead coming into the final end.
Okay. Okay. Finish hard.
Okay. Got a 78.
Okay.
That should be good.
Lots of room.
That should be
Tons
good.
of room.
Seems like it's pretty positive.
Tons of room.
Low one.
Yep. To T line. Yep. Get past that one. Oh.
So nice draw. I wonder if they did manage to get it buried.
Is it higher?
Just sweeping,
Well,
leaving
ideally
it
it's higher. We've just
back
given-
of the
we've
tee
done
line
is
now,
just given
but
them
that's
luck.
because they were trying to get it to curl as much as
You
possible.
want to pass the 2, not ours.
And with that then being back of the tee line, of course, it makes it easier for France to put one on top. That would leave them sitting shot stone.
Un poil serré. Attention.
Ok, 2 plus.
Oh, bah juste la vitesse.
2 plus.
Ouais. Ouais. Oui. Oui.
On prend pas assez de place.
So you got a 78 on that last one.
Yeah. That was
So
T
the
line.
same one should be okay.
Yeah, close to that. I need the same line.
Okay. 97.
Your line's fine. Make sure it's there for weight. Okay. Three more feet of weight. You've been good.
And just pulling up a bit short on that draw. And I believe France will try and come around that, stoning in.
Ligne OK. Juste la vitesse.
Il en manque.
Juste la vitesse,
Dolly,
hein.
Dolly.
Juste la vitesse.
En ligne.
Très très large.
Pas très haut.
Très très large.
Très très vite. On va comme ça.
Neither team able to find the perfect drawway here. That's going to slip to the back, the
Là,
12.
parce que j'ai touché.
Still leaving Australia, lying one.
C'est la fête à la saucisse.
J'avais oublié qu'elle était là.
Ah, on va chercher des pierres pour arrêter les autres, c'est plus sympa. Ah là là.
The other shot is going the open side.
And then they hit and roll.
We have to make sure we're back at the house if we do that. Let's play the same shot.
Okay.
So discussing maybe draw to the open side here. Basically split the rings.
But I think they chose the in-turn again.
Yeah, like this. It's the only way you're scoring 3. If you draw the open side, France is just going to play the hit. And even drawing to the open side to lie 2 is might be a little difficult.
Line looks pretty close.
You don't have too much room. And if you ever slip up a wee bit, you might see France play
Where is it?
a little hit and
Yep.
roll off it. So I like to draw in around here. See if Ian Flanjo has been
Okay,
able to adjust the draw weight. Well, I think the weight was there, just ends up over curling this time.
Pierre.
Non, c'est à toi là.
Non, il y a celle qu'on a éliminée.
Ah, il y a celle qu'on a éliminée, c'est pour ça que ça va.
Il y a une croix noire là.
Normalement, elles sont au milieu, c'est pour ça. Ça marche. On a dit quoi, bordeaux blanc extérieur.
Ouais.
There's just now plenty of
Au moins ça.
guarding for
Au moins ça.
Bordeaux bleu.
France with
Non, non,
their
bordeaux.
last stone. They can use those overlapped yellow stones to come in behind. That would force Laurie Whedon to a pretty difficult draw
Ok pour la ligne.
to the other side where
Juste
they
la
haven't played
vitesse.
all end, and she would need to
Juste la
find
vitesse.
the T-line. But
Juste
first,
la vitesse.
Sandrine Moran needs to make it.
Pretty good draw there, just maybe slipped a foot too far. And well, Ian Palanger just calling for the straight draw. Maybe just wanting to secure the 1 point rather than give up another steal here.
Seven, 8, 7.
Yeah, this is the last stone of the 7th end. And it is France sitting 1.
Yeah.
And now both Australian
Okay,
players just
one red.
waiting for this to stop, but
Okay,
it
Laurie, good
won't. And with that
So,
final draw from France,
a little low on time.
it's enough
Try to
to
be
steal
ready.
1 point, and
There's lots of
they're
time,
going to
as
be
long
up
as we're
8
at
to
the back
6 with 1 end to go.
Et on n'a pas fait de...
All right.
Ouais, pour la ligne. Ah ouais. Ah ouais.
So 8, then perhaps the final end is started.
Oh.
Australia needs to score at least 2 to win this game or force an extra. Sander, what are they going to need to do?
Well, they're going to have to make some shots, and they don't have too much time to do so. 1 minute and 45 seconds left on the clock. They would have a timeout, but they don't have a coach up on the bench, so I believe they're not allowed to
Use it for
take
line
their
if you can.
timeout.
Yep.
I guess they couldn't find, well, that's what Ian Plangio said. He said couldn't find a coach with the right qualifications. Or should I say qualifications?
I know you've been waiting for that one for so long. I'm very happy you got to use it. And that's actually exactly what he said.
So yeah, not too much time for Australia. The one thing they have done though is prevent France from using their power play.
Un petit peu moins, là.
And if you're France and you end up losing the game, I'm sure you'll look back and think, we should have used the power play.
Yeah, but it's difficult because you save it and you want to use it later on in the game.
Plus la vitesse, ouais.
But yeah, then this might happen.
Oh ouais.
And there might not be a chance to
Juste la
actually get
vitesse.
to use it.
Plus la vitesse.
Ok, vitesse.
France has a lot more time, and they will also have the timeout available because they have a coach up on the bench. As Ian Plangio already ready in the hack. Yeah, there's the coach for France, and beside him, no one to talk to. So a little bit lonely up on the bench today.
It's room.
Looks a bit hot.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Can you get that other? Can you nose
Yep,
that other?
yep.
Alan Bligenstorfer.
Yep.
I'm sure he'll be wanting to come
Yeah,
out
would've been
for
back house,
some
wouldn't
TV time.
Yeah.
We'll see if France
Sorry?
needs it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's mic'd up and ready to go, so
Yeah.
I think
Too much height
the
to hit
call
the
is pretty straightforward here.
Especially with that weight.
Ian Plangio not curling enough, ends up actually tapping their guard into the house, at least putting 2 yellows in the rings.
Ouais. Ah ouais. Oui, oui. Oui, oui, toujours.
and
Toujours. Ça va.
France being 2 points up. I don't think they're gonna leave too many yellows around. They can give up 2 and still have an extra end, so of course they wouldn't want to do that. They'd rather win the game right here, but could definitely be beneficial to throw a couple of defensive shots.
Yep. Yep, yep. Hard. Hard, 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 hard. Get by.
I believe maybe the time is
Sorry,
affecting Plangio's throws here.
Awful throw. Now we're in trouble.
And that is the truth. Pelangio.
Tight out of my hand.
1 minute and 1 second left, as you can see up in the corner there.
Extérieur.
Two shots left. No need to stress too much. Not in the hack anyway. I mean, make your way down to the hack quick, but when you're in the hack, you really just need to relax and collect yourself as a normal. Although it's obviously hard, especially not if you're used to playing mixed doubles and playing under time constraints.
Yeah, but as you said, it's important to be quick to the hack and then quick making your calls, but try and keep the same routine. Right now, both players still in on the other side of the sheet. Ian Pelangio just now making his way down to the hack. They're also going to stop and have a look at the angles.
Sarah.
This is definitely something you might, you know, practice with and at your home club. Put some clocks up or something. Play some speed curling.
Yeah, just to have that
You like that?
knowledge that, okay, this is how fast we can play an end, and that'll take some of the stress away.
I even heard some players say there's not enough time, but I think that's sort of the point with mixed doubles, is to keep it a fast-paced game.
Yep, and this is going to be a fast-paced stone.
Yep.
Ian Pelangio needs to come through the hole, and saying that they're on the red. I believe that might be game over.
Yeah,
Let him throw, may bump it in.
I can't really see how Australia scores 2 here now.
I thought my let it go was going to be not too bad.
Yeah, look, it was a clean one.
Mathematically, it is possible with that yellow guard. But I wouldn't mind shaking hands right now, unless you're thinking about just letting your time run out and lose on time rather than score, if that feels better.
I don't know.
It might look a bit silly. And in the records, it wouldn't say 8 shots to 6, it would actually say WL, win-loss. And everyone will realize they lost on time. And I think that's slightly more embarrassing than just losing the game in the traditional sense. Anyway, the penultimate stone of the game on its way. And then we'll just have to see Australia whip out more than a few dozen rabbits from their magical hat to score 2.
Time for those koalas now, maybe. As France will make no mistake. It's a really nice draw to sit for. And there's nothing that Australia can do. Handshakes. And it will be France that moves up to 2 wins in this group, of course, in the race for the 3rd spot.
Nice shot for 3.
Sanders gonna give us an update on the other sheets.
That was a game changer. And I got greedy on the line call. Because we were calling the freeze. I thought we can go around
have
this
a look elsewhere before the interview and the highlights. It's Sweden picking up a win against the Schupp siblings. 8 shots to 3 for Per Norén and Camilla Johansson. Lithuania beat Slovenia 9 shots to 5. And it looks like Ireland was able to beat Serbia 11 shots to 1. Which leaves us with 1 game still in motion. It is Finland playing Korea. And after 7 ends of play, Finland up 6 shots to 3. With the 8th end just coming to conclusion, not sure what happened. If Korea was able to score 3 and tie up the game for an extra, or if that game is in fact over. I would say that game might look over. Umpire putting the scores up on the board. And yes, it will be a win for Finland. And that is it for the games today. I'm just going to put in that we have more curling action tomorrow. And we will start at 11:15 tomorrow with Switzerland playing Hungary. So two of the most successful curling nations in the World Mixed Doubles Curling Championship to face off tomorrow. Could be an interesting game. As you'll see in the background, just the teams are getting ready for practice. They'll have a chance to come out and have some practice sessions on the ice, test some rocks, test the ice for tomorrow morning. Some highlights for you now. First end between France and Australia. It is France with a golden opportunity to put up 3 on the board. Sandrine Morin with the outturn hit. Just going to hit it too high. Rolls out, but a score of 2 nonetheless for the French. A great start to the mixed doubles game. In the second, Australia with a really good chance to score 2 back. And it would be a little outturn for Laurie Whedon. Will just come off the red stone, snag a piece of the 1 foot, and tie up the game after 2 ends of play. In the third, a lot of yellow stones in the 4 foot for Sandrine Morin. She was looking for the 1 foot, but comes up way heavy, and it's a steal of 2 for Australia. On the 4th end, Sandrine Morin with a chance to play a nose hit on the wing to score 2 and tie up the game before halftime.
Okay.
This time, no problems. We'll hit that one right on the beak.
Yeah.
And it's 4-4 after 4 ends of play. Coming back onto the ice after halftime. Australia with a chance to actually score 4. Looking for a heavy draw just to tap the redstone back, but ends up way heavy. Will run past everything, but still a score of 2 for Australia as they lead the game 6 shots to 4 after 5 ends. While in the 6th, it's Sandrine Morin with the outturn tap on the yellow. Will make it go away, set for 3. Probably the biggest key shot of the game, as France, after 6 ends, will lead it 7 shots to 6. And in the 7th end, a great draw by Sandrine Morin to come around everything, leaving Australia with one draw for the single. Laurie Whedon comes up heavy. France will steal another one and have a 2-point lead coming into the 8th end. And Australia really not able to put any stones in play under time pressure as well. The Australians, and they will give up for their last stone. Not faced with any realistic chance of scoring 2. Final score 8-6 for the French. And I believe we have just shortly we'll have an interview with the winning team.
So that was a really close game. What was it that made you come out on top?
Yes, very, very close game. Maybe not beautiful game, but very, very close. It was very hard because we missed a lot of shots. Australian people too, they lose a lot of shots. And when we miss a shot, they miss a shot. It was very, very close, but we are happy ending.
Yes, good job. And so you have one more win now, and how have you been enjoying your week so far?
Yes, of course, we enjoy our week. One more win, we can hope we have a little chance for the qualification, but we have to win against the Highland in our next game, and maybe qualify for the last games.
Yeah, well, we wish you the best of luck. Is there anything you'd like to say to your friends watching back home?
Yes, hello everyone. And I would like to thank the Australian team, very good spirit team, very fair play, very friendly team, and thanks for us.
And would you like to say anything in French?
Bonjour, bonjour la France.
Thank you very much. Good luck to both of you.
Thank you.